the system is bringing you down, bringing you down, down. Run, 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 far, far away. Run, 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 all night today. Run, 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 till I can no more.
We were up in San Juan. We came across these three gentlemen. I will let them introduce themselves, starting from the left. What is your name? What do you play? What is the name of your awesome band?
I'm Braulio Rios. I sing and play guitar in Blue Bamboo. That's my band, Bamboo.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. And sir, here in the middle.
Well, my name is Benjamin Cruz, and I am the bassist of the reggae band I-NESS.
Nice. And you,
I'm
sir.
Jorge Benitez, and I am the lead singer and keyboard player for band I-NESS.
Yes. So, what part of the island are you guys from? Because spotted you up in San Juan area playing at a venue called Hotties.
Yeah.
It's a really cool spot. Actually included in this interview, what I'll do is also include a little snippet of that performance that they did on Sunday night, which is when I met them. They are truly amazing and very, very talented. But just going back again, we can start left to right. What part of the island are you from?
I'm from San Juan, but to be more specific, from Coupe.
Nice.
I was born in Carolina, but I am from San Juan. Currently in San Juan, in Coupe area also.
Cool. And you?
I am from a town in Trujillo Alto.
Nice. So, just to get started, so you guys all seem like you're relatively from the same part of the island. What sort of musical influences did you guys have growing up? And this is going to be interesting because a lot of the catalog of work that you guys were performing on Sunday night at Hottie's was reggae. So it's really interesting to hear about some of your influences. So any one of you can take that away, because I know you guys are excited to answer that.
I saw the first two questions. I think someone's.
All right, we're gonna start right till we'll start from the right this time.
Cool. Well, being in a reggae band, I've had definitely a lot of influences. Here in Puerto Rico, we get a lot of reggae from Jamaica. I mean, Bob Marley definitely big influence. Gregory Isaacs, Bonnie Raider. As for reggae, other than that, I've had a lot of influences from local music too. There's a lot of good local musicians. Comba Yavari and Cultura Profetica are very good bands that are at top right now in the reggae genre. But I also had a lot of rock influences like Led Zeppelin when I was growing up. And being close to the beach, the surfing scene, I did listen to a lot of rock.
And a lot of that music, did you hear it on your own, or were your parents listening to that stuff? What was mom and dad listening to?
Definitely, I have to say my dad had to do, as for the rock side, a lot of influences came from my dad. He taught me to surf when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I don't know, and along the surfing he passed a lot of music and influences like a bunch of rock. So I'd have to say a bunch of music just like
Nice.
came from him.
Nice. And how about you, sir? Who are your musical influences?
Well, I have a lot because, well, I come from a rock background. My dad was a musician. He was also a bassist, so I got that from him.
Okay.
So he used to listen to a lot of 80s rock and like 80s progressive rock. A lot of salsa too. So those were my main influences. Then I started to listen to a lot of reggae too. I think reggae has been all my life. Like that is my strongest feature. but I also listen to a lot of 90s rock. My favorite band, Alice in Chains, love them forever.
Yes.
But I would say I have a strong rhythm foundation. Like I listen to a lot of music that is bass influence, like funk, salsa, soul, everything, like jazz too. So
Now, same thing, I'm going to ask you the same question. A lot of the music that you like, did you come across that music on your own, or was it music that your mom and dad listened to?
well, like I said, my dad used to put a lot of records and a lot of CDs when I was little. So a lot of that it comes from my dad specifically. My mom is more into pop music, like Marc Anthony and stuff like that. But a lot of 90s music and reggae music I listen on my own, like just crib digging like that. You know?
Good.
Listen this, listen that, and found it.
Nice. And last but not least,
Well, my musical influences, like at the beginning it was like more like rock, like punk and shit, and then it grew to softer music, softer rock, and then at one point in my life I found reggae, and from then it became like a thing for a few years. And through reggae I found other genres, like, because when you're bottled into like rock music, you like bottled into rock music, and then when you go into this other side of music, you're like, oh, there's another complete scope of things that are like more bass driven and groove driven music. And so after you go into, I went into that, then I got into hip hop, funk, and from that even finding a way in back into Puerto Rican roots, like to more like salsa and stuff, and from that it's just become like a mixture of things.
nice.
You know, like a little ball. And like I got some influences from my parents, because when I was a kid, when I was learning guitar, they got me the acoustic guitar, and they were like, okay, you learn these rock songs. It was like AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and stuff like that. They're like, you learn these things, and then you can get an electric guitar. And then when you get that, then you go into like your own thing, into music, like you find your own bands, your own things you like. And then after a point, like even discovering like the Puerto Rican music scene, and you find bands that are from here, and you like
bomba and playing.
And even in everything, like in bomba plena, you can find like punk, you can find like just singer-songwriter stuff, and you just find everything there. And my grandfather was a saxophone player, and he taught me like at the beginning like the basics of music.
Nice. And what were your parents listening to? Were they listening to a lot of that sort of same music that you were?
No, they listen to like more like 80s. It's like everything happened.
Something tells me you guys grew up in the 80s.
No, I'm a 90s child.
Okay. All right. Well, did you guys, speaking of growing up, did you participate in music classes and programs in school when you went to school?
In school, like elementary school?
Yeah, when you were little, growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I tried the piano when I was like 7 years old. I didn't like it. I got bored. I want to play drums. Parents wouldn't let me, so they tried to do something different. And some guy came into my house, like giving me advice, and he brought this instrument. It's a native instrument we have. It's called cuatro. The cuatro, and I kind of liked it because he told me that he could play like typical music, and I started with that, and then I stepped to guitar, and that was like private lessons. In school, we did have like programs that would teach us, but it went up to like chimes or flute, so that was about it. But I did take like classes a few months maybe, but not. I wouldn't say like my musical background comes from music programs.
Interesting. And how about you? Were you doing music in school?
Well, not exactly. I was doing more basketball and
Sports. Yeah.
No, sports, just basketball. I picked up the bass like at 15, 16 years old, I think. But my first instrument was a drum set that I got, and it lasted for like 2 days because I hit so hard. It really broke. that was like my driven to music. I would say I'm a failed drummer. I always wanted to be a drummer, but since having a dad that plays bass, I said like I want to play that. I want to do something with music, so why not do that?
Yeah.
The easiest way. He can teach me, and that has to be. He taught me a lot of the things I know, and it helped me a lot that I started to take classes more professional. I studied in La UPR, Rio Piedra Music, but in UPR, I studied music there with bass. So I got a little background, but I didn't like go take it all the way. So it's like a little beginner level. So I know some things.
Good stuff. And what about you? Any music in school?
No music in school. It was more like a thing. Like I went to one side because in school they didn't have any programs.
I see.
0 programs. But then afterwards, when I went to college in the UPR, then I started studying music there. Like it was public college, and I started music. That's what we met.
Can I quickly intervene and follow that up with another question, because I find that really alarming. Is that common here in Puerto Rico for some of the schools to not
No.
offer music programs?
No,
or-
a lot of schools offer music programs.
And what was the school you went to?
St. Mary's. Like
Okay.
right now they have music programs, but at that time they didn't have any music programs.
St.
And there are
Mary's
some
in
music
what
programs.
town?
What?
What town was that in?
In Coupé.
Okay.
And right at the like in other schools they have some programs, like, but I don't know about other schools. I knew in public schools some of them have pretty good programs.
Mine have.
It's
A lot
not-
of
it's
private
not a
schools
huge
have
thing.
like in private schools mostly a lot of them don't have it, but in public schools mostly in the island it's pretty common that they have like bands and they do their thing.
Okay.
I wasn't in my school.
Very, very interesting. So I was going to follow that up with seeing if you guys had had any like formal or college or university music education, but you know, great musicians don't always have to go to school for it. There's something called the natural musician, which is my next question. Do you guys consider yourselves natural musicians?
Start with me?
Yes.
Okay. I have to say yes. Definitely, like like I said, the most I've been in a music program, it's probably been a few months. I did go to college for recording arts, Bachelor of Science in Recording Arts, basically like I'm a sound engineer. I went to Full Sail University, and I did get some music background and like production background.
Okay.
But when it comes to music, probably most musicians that are listening to this know that it's just something most of us feel, and we feel the need to express it somehow, and by just trying and grabbing an instrument, we start to learn how to find like the right notes, and basically you just see the magic to it, and once you know how to use it, it's just like a weapon we use to express ourselves in our daily life. And that's how I learned. I picked up one instrument, and I picked up another one and another one, and when you have a need, it just makes you do stuff. So like being in bands since I was in like 7th grade, I'd say, like you'd sometimes need like a bass player or a guitar player. So that's like, oh shit, I'll play bass, you know, I'll try.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it. I didn't know how to play, but
Right.
I'll try jamming, and like little by little, I learn how to play. And I have friends like telling me, no, do this, do that. So it's just pretty much street learning and natural, I'd say.
Yeah. So, what about you? Do you consider yourself a natural musician?
Well, yes, but it isn't something that I was just like, okay, yeah, I can play really good bass, but no, it just through the years and practicing, I developed more skills and more ways of expressing my way. You know, it's like that with everything. You gotta learn it. It's not gonna come to you like you can do it 100%. But with music is something really special, because it's like he said, you gotta feel it, but you can also listen to it. I study sound engineering too. In el CAT Puerto Rico en Bayamón, I graduated, and that's the whole base. Like you gotta listen to it and feel it, and you can jam and do things that comes to you in a natural way, and you're gonna like it. If you're with a group of persons or people, sorry, that they like it, so you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, yeah. And are you a natural musician?
There we go.
I think, yeah, at the beginning, everyone starts like a natural musician, but at one point, I started studying just to assimilate like the theory to the things I already had conceived in my mind. And from there, even I studied in the Conservatory of Puerto Rico, and Conservatorio. That is like a public specified music college.
Mm-hmm.
And I studied composition for a few years there. But basically, all you do is assimilate information that you already created in your mind.
Mm.
Yeah, and I wanted to backtrack a little bit because I did have a music lesson in school.
Oh, you did?
I did. I'm thinking about it. I did. I had a teacher that like say like after hours she used to like give lessons for a little while.
Okay.
Of guitars.
All right. And that was after school?
Yeah, that was after school.
Did she do that on her own, or
Yeah,
was
it
that something
like-
the school
she
told her to
would rent
do?
a room at the school.
I think that's very sweet of her that she
Yeah,
did
and
that.
afterwards I studied. She was one of my first theory teachers in the UPR in the.
Do you remember her name?
They called her PG. That was PG was her like name, like they called her.
Okay.
Her real name I don't remember, and I hate that I don't remember.
Oh, it's
because
okay.
She was such a good teacher.
Aw.
Because I got some lessons from her then, and then I got some lessons from her in the university.
And that was at St. Mary's, right?
Yeah, St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. So we're gonna talk now a little. We're gonna transition to I-NESS and Blue Bamboo and talk a little bit about your bands. I guess we could start. Let's start from the left now, since we've been starting from the right continuously. You're from Blue Bamboo.
Yes.
So what style of music does Blue Bamboo perform?
Blue Bamboo, we call it like fusion. It's like we've been calling it like Afro-Caribbean fusion. We've like messed around with different concepts of what to call it because it's basically I would like make it simple, like it's like hip hop, R&B, and this American blues
Okay.
and funk, all this more American like rhythms and styles mixed in with like Caribbean rhythms and styles. We go from bomba and plena to salsa and we play reggae, which also it's Afro-Caribbean, it's in the fucking Caribbean. One of my favorite songs is called what's it called? Wait, I'm going in blank. No, Obsession. It's called Obsession, and I like it because it's like a very progressive song. It goes in the beginning. It has this Latin rhythm thing with the brass section, and it's very groovy. And afterwards, it goes into a break, and it goes straight into reggae, and it goes like for three verses and choruses, like straight up reggae groove. And during that, one of the singer, the female singer, plays. She has two verses, one in Spanish and another one in French. And then I come in with the English one, so it's like this song has got like different sections into like languages, and then it goes into this part where we kind of build up to a guajira rhythm, and we just go into that for a while, and it has this call and response thing between the singers and the chorus, and then after that it just keeps on grooving, and at the end it goes to a little like samba or rhythm, so just top it off with a little icing.
Sounds very.
It's like a progressive like song. It's a very like wide song. Progressive song.
If the name of the song comes to you, feel free to
No,
intervene.
I remember it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, feel free
That's the most
to.
interesting song I think I've
And so, you guys, what are your favorite I-NESS songs and why?
Well, I can't say I have a favorite song of I-NESS because they're all so good, you know, for me. Not to sound braggy, you know, but I like to play music that I like first. But I can't right now remembering one. I think was the first one that he showed me Like most of the music that I-NESS comes, where he like builds up. He takes an idea and he shows it to me. I'm like, cool, let's do that. And we start building it up. So he showed me one that is called Open Your Eyes. And I really liked that one from the beginning. And I was like, yo, we gotta do that. I came up with the bass and some of the song structures, and we did something really good. And yeah, I would say that's one of the most I like to play. And we have another singer that he's more of ragamuffin, and his song is Sweet Cocoa. And it's really because I built the rhythm, but the lyrics he wrote it, and it's like a cumbia style, but it's reggae. But I used to listen to a lot of cumbia, and I said like, let me work something out, and it just blows my mind because it has a lot of rhythms and psychedelic stuff, delays, guitars, a lot of things that just teleports me, and I like playing that song.
Nice. What about you? What are your favorite I-NESS songs and why?
You know, I never actually like thought of that before. I don't think I have a favorite song from I-NESS, like you said. Honestly, I believe that every song that I've created or he has created or we have created as a whole in I-NESS, because that's the way we kind of work. We're open, so everybody can bring an idea. It doesn't really matter who brings it. We'll all put it over the table and we'll decide how it goes. And I-NESS everybody puts a little seed to the song, and we come up with this whole new thing. So every song is so personal. For me, the ones that have lyrics that I've made, I would have to say they will fit a purpose and a meaning, maybe a moment in my life. So, you know, they all fit an occasion. I wouldn't say I have a favorite one. But to mention one of our latest songs, Bringing You Down, has like a very tropical vibe to it, which really makes you feel good. And that's something we're really trying to go for. That's music that makes you feel like right in the Caribbean, right in the beach, right alongside. And it's just talking about if you feel that the system is bringing you down, and if you feel that the pressure is bringing you down, well, you don't let yourself, you know, you just find ways, you go to nature, you look for ways.
You just quoted the lyrics, right? Bringing you down.
Well, it sounds like good stuff. Sounds like really good material.
Yeah.
So, where are you guys performing? Like, that's interesting to know because, again, we came across your band and generally in the San Juan area. Is that where you guys are normally performing, or do you guys try to get around the island as much as you can?
Well, as for I-NESS, I mean, what you saw, like I said, it was a trio. It's 3 people band. We're currently 7 people in I-NESS, so we don't really do like small gigs on restaurants like that.
Right.
In different places that are small, because we're more of a bigger stage, I'd say, because it's a lot of people, you know, and it's definitely like more of a show. And we try to get gigs all around the island. We get a lot of gigs this time of year on the west side. There's a big, I'd say like a surf party and just tropical scene over there, and we get a lot of gigs. Blue Bamboo gets a lot of gigs. There's just a lot.
Yeah,
of tourists coming to the
I was gonna ask you that too. Like, is that like one of your favorite spots, or do you guys have like a place that you play that you love?
Every time we can get a gig in Rincon, Isabela, or Aguadilla, we'll go without hesitating. Like, we'll sometimes even play, you know, it's just something we want to go because it's right in the beach.
Awesome. And is Blue Bamboo playing in the same area, same general area?
I'm not sure if Blue Bamboo has been to the west that much. We've been there, but I-NESS is more frequent to that area. We've been playing recently more like Cruz we played it recently, and Boricua, they played there. We played a show like last Thursday we played, the 2 of us in this bar that's in a corner in Rio Piedras, and everyone hangs out in the street, and we played expand a set, and it even rained, and people stayed listening to the music.
Good show.
Yeah, and also Blum, we just came from a tour in New York and Boston. Like a month ago, we came back. We were like there for a week. We had like 5 shows. Like.
And is there any venue, is there any location or place that you love to play?
They love to play in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And Boricua is probably the most fun place to play.
Yeah,
But when it
yeah.
gets good, it gets really good.
And what town is that in?
That's in Piedas. It's like
Okay.
like in UPR, and that there's like the right there, like it's right there in like this area. That's like it becomes like a college town, and it's like it's where right now a lot of the arts are popping up.
Awesome. Awesome. Here at 99, we like to discuss political activism. So I just kind of wanted to brush on it ever so slightly with you guys and just start off by asking you if you consider yourselves awake and conscious to a lot of the global atrocities occurring around the world. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff happening. Some people don't care about it. Some people know about it. They pay it attention and they try to make a change. Do you consider yourselves awake to some of the bad stuff that's going on in the world?
Definitely. There's a lot of stuff, like you say, going on. Most of the stuff we find out about it, some of it we don't, and it's just really sad for us. And we as a band, I-NESS, we do have our talks about this type of things that are going on in the world. And
Yeah.
if you listen to our music, you could definitely notice that we are awakened and that we try to, by our music, get a message out there, especially to the youth. We are all amongst our 20s in the band, and we like to think that there's a lot of people out there that are also either waking up to things that are going on in the world or already awakened. And
Yeah.
there is a lot of good things. There are a lot of good things also going on around the world. So yeah, we definitely do talk about that as a band.
Good. I mean, do you guys feel that political activism is important to incorporate into your music? Do you feel that sort of stuff is important?
Yeah, I mean, for I-NESS, the message we try to get out there is really more towards looking in nature and within ourselves to find inner peace and be aware of the things that are going on. So we do believe in activism. Just we do it. Our main is music. We do it by music.
Yeah.
We are present in any activity if they contact us. If it has a good cause. Like right now we have several causes. We have Free Juana, that it's for legalizing the use of medical marijuana here in Puerto Rico, and we are totally
against
for that, and we're trying to get a place in that event so we can spread our message. We have a few songs that are for the cause, and there are also a lot of things going on, and we'd like to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate that we didn't have the camera rolling about an hour ago because we're not going to delve head first into it because we could be here forever. This topic is a whole nother topic in and of itself, but we were discussing just how Puerto Rico should, be given its independence, and the fact that it's a commonwealth is highly questionable. We had some good discussion about that. But from what I gather from you three gentlemen, I think you guys are not opposed to having Puerto Rico be its own country. And it seems very, very, very sensible. And perhaps we could do another interview again one time, and this is something that we can go into a little bit deeper because you guys all had a lot of good insight on that. But do you think that both music and art can help spread awareness about injustices that are happening? Do you think music and art is good for that sort of stuff?
Yeah, music and art is good for that because you can get down to people's core with art, and that would be music or whatever type of formation that takes, or I'm getting words and shit. But yeah, because I mean, through music you can actually like make people more aware of things or curious to things, and also because you can support things and give people hope for things. Like right now, like I can't do much with music, like in activism, like you were just, I can do my thing. But you go and you support things. Like Blue Bamboo was at El Campamento La Junta. That's like right now, usually in Puerto Rico is all fucked up and shit because we're not a commonwealth, we're a colony. The United States acts like they own us. We're invaded territory from the U.S.
Yeah.
That's what I think, and that's what I support. I'm not a person who, I'm not an activist, but I support him in my art and what I express through it, because I think that's very important. Because we live in an island that's very, the U.S. got us by the balls right
Yeah,
now. And
absolutely.
like the thing with one who when we play just to entertain the people who are staying at a camp right in front of a federal building in protest from La Junta, they're coming to just ransack the island. They're gonna try to take everything because they can paint it any way they want, but they're just gonna try to get their money.
Yeah.
They're gonna get their money.
Sadly, at the end of the day, it's usually all about money.
Yeah, and as an artist, you can support those things because people will get that. But the people get what you're saying, and they're pointing these things out, and they're like, oh shit, that's going on too, you know, they can see that.
Yeah.
Like there's not much to do, but you can try to get other people that like your music, to see those things.
Yeah.
Through your music.
With music, you can achieve a lot.
Yeah.
It's like Bob Marley said, you know, when the music hits you, you feel no pain.
No, the people in
So-
Zimbabwe, when they were doing their independence, and when they were fighting for their independence, they used to say listen to Bob Marley every day before they would go and do their thing because it would inspire them and would get them in this rebellious mood.
There's been a lot of fights there, and like you said, we can get in hours of discussion.
Yeah.
Like he said, we in I-NESS, I came out of too, like, we don't try to take a political stance. We're more of a conscious message. You know, like
Just as important. Just as important.
You know, making people feel like they're free, they can think whatever they want, and they can express themselves too, and just going to our show, a free show that we sometimes do, and they can like get a whole new vibe, something that they have never experienced in these times, and that is
but still relate, because it's
we're all people. You know?
we are people going
not
through
so
the same
different.
crisis. We're going through the same things, and through our music, it's pretty direct. The message, how the way we express it. I mean, we do poetic things, but it's pretty out there. You know,
So
the
people don't
message you
feel-
can understand it.
So
So
people don't feel alone.
right,
Yeah.
people feel identified with the things that are going on, and they see the way that we are expressing it, but still going on and doing our things and being positive and trying to look at the positive side of things. You know.
So, who are some of your favorite musicians that actually spread a message of truth or peace or love and justice? I mean, do you guys have any musicians that you admire who kind of spread that sort of message?
I think the man that everyone knows.
I think I know.
But I cannot one that completely changed my life. His name, I'm a bassist, and his name is Jimi Hendrix, the guitarist. And,
Oh yes, oh yes.
And it's really weird because I'm a bassist and he's a guitarist, but his way of like just using music or his guitar playing to just express himself in those times in the 60s. That
Create another world.
there were a lot of wars, Vietnam, the hippie movement, but
Yeah.
he still can bring a positive vibe through his guitar playing, and you all know those Jimi Hendrix fans, you all know he's awesome, but
Yes.
yeah, he completely changed my life. He's one of my top favorite musicians.
Yeah, he's the top one. And how do you guys feel about Marley? I mean, I know you played a lot of his work on Sunday night. Do you respect the message of love that he spread through his music?
Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the top guy.
Marley's the man. So I wanted to ask I-NESS, I wanted to ask you about the symbol for your band. And I will definitely put that up as well so people are aware of what it is. But why don't you explain it? Why don't you explain what the symbol is and the meaning behind it?
Well, basically, if you look at our logo, it's an eye. Underneath the eye has its roots, like a tree which grows into an eye. If you turn it upside down, it looks like a seed, and a tree is growing. The seed, it's the eye. And when you look at it, it's a powerful yet simple image what you're looking at. And everything has its roots in life. And you go to places and you set roots. And well, you listen to our name, I-NESS, and it's I and I consciousness. So basically, it's everything from the point of being like oneness. It's one love. So you have everything you see, everything you do, everything you feel is connected. We're all part of those roots. It's all connected. So we are all connected in a way.
Yes.
Instead of oneness, you can relate to them, right? We're not, reggae is connected to Rastafari, but we ourselves aren't that. So, but we can still respect and admire those people that influenced a lot. And one of their teachings of the I and I, you and me, there's no that, it's I and I. So we just took that and we just said, instead of oneness, let's make an I-NESS. So it's like everyone.
I love that. I love the concept behind it, and I love the symbol. I think it's beautiful.
Thinking, a lot of us talking and like.
It's really cool. It's really cool, and those that are awake and conscious know exactly what's up with that there. But we're probably going to start wrapping things up now. But I do want to let people aware of how they can find you guys online and listen to your music and all that sort of stuff. So starting with Blue Bamboo, do you have a website?
We don't have a website.
You do not.
Well, you can go to our Facebook page and we update.
Which is what?
Yes. Blue Bamboo Ensemble.
Okay.
At the Facebook, just put Blue Bamboo Ensemble, but it's spelled B-L-U, bamboo, no E.
No, okay.
B-L-U-U with an accent, blue.
Thank you for specifying that.
Yeah.
And they can listen to your music from Facebook, or are there links?
There are links.
Okay.
There are videos, but you can also go into SoundCloud with Blue Bamboo Ensemble, and you can get our music there. If you write Blue Bamboo Ensemble in YouTube, you would probably get our.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about YouTube.
Videos for 3 singles that we got, so you can go in there, you can get that. You can download our music through SoundCloud right now. Do it, because soon it's gonna come out as an EP and you might not be able to.
Yes.
So do it now.
And I've heard it's really incredible stuff coming out. So you guys, please check it out. And if somebody does want to book Blue Bamboo, should they email you? And is your email on the Facebook as well?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And the phone numbers are there too, but
Perfect.
For reference, it's bluebamboomusic at gmail.com.
Awesome.
Gmail.com.
Awesome. And you gentlemen, same question for you guys. Do you have a website? No website?
We got a website that's actually on process of being made, so we'll get that as soon as we get
Under construction.
Well, we'll get you the domain for the video.
Perfect.
And you can check us out we got a Facebook page. You can look I-NESS, it's I-NESS with 2 S's. And you can look us up in SoundCloud. You can look us up the same way.
And are there links to your music on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can check it out.
And you have a YouTube channel or not yet? Are you on YouTube? Okay. And same question to you guys. If somebody wants to book you, they can contact you through your Facebook or one of your social media sites?
Yeah, you can contact us either Facebook or email inessband@gmail.com. No dash or nothing, just inessband@gmail.com. Or you can call us at 787-567-7000.
Perfect. Well, it was a pleasure speaking to you guys. I was so blown away when I saw you guys on Sunday, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to talk to you guys and find out a little bit more about the music scene here, and especially about, you know, what you guys do. You're so brilliant, you're great musicians. And again, for everybody that's watching, I will be including in this interview clips of their bands, so you can see just how talented these guys are, conscious, awake, playing great music, and spreading a good message.
Can I say something?
You absolutely can.
Keep an eye out for the Puerto Rican music scene in general. That be
Yeah.
rock, that it be electronic music, that it be reggae, that it be anything. The Puerto Rican music scene and art scene is coming up. A lot of beautiful things coming out. Especially this times of crisis in the island, the music and the art is coming out in a beautiful way. Please keep an eye out for it. Just look for it on the internet. It's the internet.
Better yet,
Everybody has the internet.
check the island out.
The island out.
Down
Down here.
Tickets are cheap. So just
Great
get out
vibes.
here.
Santurce de Rio Piedras, it looks kind of shitty, but it's beautiful in the arts.
Come here.
Look at the
come to our
graffiti.
island.
Look at the graffiti.
Well, thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good night. Peace out, everyone.
Grow here, so give me the light and give me the green and give me the sense. Me a rude boy, smoking plenty. Smell, it's from Puerto Rican weed. Tradition of excellence, harvesting the highest grade weed. Scientifically intelligent. You know where I'm going. At least I know where I'm from. I had